if your to-do list for the months ahead includes a medical procedure, from cataract removal to joint replacement, maybe heart surgery, there is a whole lot of planning that goes into getting ready for it.
Yeah, that includes planning for what happens after the surgery. Summer Chasteen assists with pre-surgery planning through American Senior Communities. Hello, Summer. It's good to have you here.
Thank you so much.
It is important to, my wife's a real planner person. I'm not that good at that. But this is really critically important that you're ready for something like this.
Absolutely. If you have the opportunity to plan a surgical procedure in advance and you know you're going to require some sort of rehab afterwards, it's always important to know where you're going to go from there because you're going to be discharged from the hospital and you need to have somewhere that you have in mind that you're ready to go.
And think about this ahead of time. Oftentimes it's an accident that brings us to this,
That's right.
and you don't have time to plan. So you might want to troubleshoot ahead of time. I told you when my mom broke her hip, I mean, those were the things we said, okay, what hospital is best for this? And then when you get out, oftentimes you go to a rehab facility. If you do go home, you have people come in there. A lot of things to consider.
Absolutely. There are different things to consider, whether you want to stay close to home, if it's important to you, if your doctor visits the facility that you're going to go to, and what kind of services that facility provides to make sure that you can get home as safely and quickly as possible.
I was going to say, even strategically where they are in town, we
Yes.
thought of, do we want to go that far to be able to visit?
Yes.
So we chose closer to home for that very reason.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So as we see on the screen here, ask for free pre-planning services.
Yes, some different things that you can do for pre-planning services is that you can come into our facility. We can talk to you about the nursing care that's offered on top of the services from therapy department, some things that you might require to recover from your surgery, and also we can check your benefits with your insurance. If you have traditional Medicare or if you have an insurance policy that we might need to call and get an advanced approval before you come into a facility for rehab.
Yeah, insurance is huge. We'll go back to that full screen now and talk about you may be able to reduce your hospital stay by 1 to 2 days with planning.
That's right, because if you have an insurance policy that requires some sort of pre-certification, sometimes that takes a little bit of time to get that response back in order for you to be able to go to the rehab facility. So the sooner that you can get that process started, the sooner that you can be discharged from the hospital and move on to your recovery.
All right, and then the insurance realm is kind of, we're all scratching our heads over how all this has changed. I came home yesterday, my wife had all this stuff laid out here. We were trying to figure out what the insurance will pay for. You got to get in here and verify benefits.
That's right. We had to verify benefits. Luckily, with a lot of our patients we see, they do have Medicare at this point. Medicare will cover your recovery if you've had a 3-night inpatient hospital stay and need some sort of service such as therapy or IVs, wound care, things like that. So it's just important to know what is required before.
Or any secondary coverage that
Any
you might
secondary
have.
coverage.
Anything like that. It says obtain pre-certification. What do we mean by that?
Some insurance policies, and a lot of people are leaning towards the popular Medicare replacement plans, they have to pre-certify you first to come into a facility for your rehab services. So it's kind of like asking their permission before you can come in to make sure that they're going to cover, they know you're there and they're going to cover the cost of your stay.
But the biggest thing is just start thinking about this now, because sooner or later, something's going to happen, right?
Eventually, and sometimes it's when you least expect it, but if you can plan in advance, it's always good to have your plan together.
Thanks,
Good.
Summer.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You can find more information at ascseniorcare.com or call Salem Crossing 812-883-1877.
They're at 200 Connie Avenue in Salem, and we're coming right back with more Great Day Live.
Great Day Live on WHAS 11 is sponsored by American Senior Communities.